On this episode of Transparency Agenda, I'm going to talk about our latest upcoming Kickstarter, Crisis of the World Eater, and the artwork, of course, is what I always talk about.
LPJ Design presents.
Hey everybody, it's Louis Porter Jr. I'm in a very different location right now. I'm shooting out of my office. It's one of those Fridays where it's not so busy in the morning, thank God. So I decided, hey, I'll shoot a video, do it really quick, and then I'll put it online later and do everything I gotta do. That's later. So I thought if people would find to see my office, see how impressive it is. The big white wall. My little colors to always use, don't forget. Yeah, it's pretty blank. Pretty, and I'm in a cubicle if you did not know. So, what exciting new things are going on? Well, let's talk about Crisis. I've been working on Crisis. Actually, let me pull it up here so I can actually tell you about some cool things that I'm doing. Of course, we've been working on Neo Exodus. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the artwork I've been putting out lately. We have hired a new artist who has really just rocked a full page with 12th Blade that looks awesome. I mean, if you've gone to our website, you've seen it there. Even the rough draft looks great, but the final copy, I've got that one, looks awesome. So I can't wait to put that, I don't even know if I'm going to put it online. I might put it up for donors. I mean, they did donate to get it, so why not let them see it? But some of you regular guys, it's good stuff. You shoulda. That's all I'm going to say. So here we are with that. So I'm looking at currently, let me tell you currently who we have involved. I don't think we actually added anyone recently, but let me just confirm. Fat Dragon Games is going to be doing some stuff for this first one's entertainment. That's JP, Lost Spheres, Purple Duck, Sasquatch Games, Wayward Rogues Publishing has signed on. The two people who I'd like to announce but I can't, they haven't really signed on, but we're very, very close. And so I was just doing some visual conceptual things because in my head I never know what I have ideas what I want to do, but I never know visually if they're going to match up, so I kind of do it at the same time. So we knew we were going to do a Silver Surfer anagram for a character, and we came up with an image I thought really kind of fit it perfectly, and then I wanted to add some more uniqueness to the character. The piece of art is actually it's a piece of art from Magic the Gathering. I said, look, this is the guy, the look I look, and he's kind of a very big, strong, tough-looking, mechanical-ish image. I'm sure some of you have seen it before online. I put it online, and then I said, well, I want to give him a weapon, but I want to give him like a different type of, what do you think, like a sword or an axe, because most people have that. So I came up with kind of an idea that I liked seeing, something I saw in Thor during Jason Aaron's run. He did a creature, the God Butcher. And basically uses this darkness thing as a big weapon. It forms over his hand or his body and does all this cool stuff. And I thought that was a cool look. I think anything shape-shifting coming out of is a cool look to add to stuff. So I'm like, I like that. But visually on top of it, I wanted to use Captain Universe from Marvel, who has a Starfield effect on the top of her costume. I really like. I think when done well, people play it off very well. It looks very good in Photoshop. It's a nice manipulation. So I thought that would be a kind of a cool look to add to the weapon. I don't know if I think, do we name it yet? I had a name I had for it, but I was like, I didn't actually go in stone, because the naming process I decided to copy from Destiny, the video game. I like how they name, Fate of All Fools. That's a great name for a weapon. Geez, I wonder what that means. It means you're going to catch this thing, if you don't act right. And I thought that was I like names like that. It really excites me. So we're doing a lot of that. For the Galactus individual, I'm still trying to think about what it should look like, because okay, Galactus guy, purple suit, whatever. I mean, people understand that happens. It is what it is. But with that said, I don't want to do that. I think the idea of Galactus being so alien to us impresses me. I like that idea. I like the concept that it's basically us compared to ants. We're the ants. We're the ants in this situation. And you look at ants, you step on an ant, you don't think anything about it. You don't think about them. You destroy anthills as a kid. It's not a big issue. Him, it's the same exact way. It's like, dude, it's just ants. It's no big deal. It's, I'm eating here. I'm trying to eat. I got to survive. These people just happen to be in the place that I'm going to be eating to survive. So there's that kind of aspect. I know visually, height-wise, I kept thinking the size of a Titan. I didn't make them too big. I think when it's too big, it's too unwieldy for people to get their hands around as a concept. So I came up with like, let's make them Titan size. So it's really huge. I mean, people look tiny. Like, people, ants, and these like, that whole thing. So I think that's a cool, very cool aspect to add to it, I think. And then, of course, the Silver Surfer anagram would probably be the size of like a hill giant. So he's taller than most people, which I like. I like differences in sizes. Anyway, just seeing my stuff. I mean, man-sized things are very cool, but like when you have something that's larger than you, and you have to look up to it. It puts you at kind of at a different level of ease or unease, really. And I like that look. I like the way it looks. It's just I think it's just cool. That's why I do it. So I think it's a cool visual idea. So I'm doing that, and I'm collecting art that I have to give to the artist, and text I've got to write up for them, because a lot of people don't realize it's like anytime I give a write up, like for example, this whole thing on Crisis, see, Cross of Fire. See, this whole thing on Crisis. It's already 12 pages in length, and really it's just notes. These are just notes. These are notes and things I found that I thought will be important with the Kickstarter, that I think are important, that people need to see. I mean, what the rewards are going to be, what levels do the rewards break. I'm going to have money rewards and donor number rewards. So there's that aspect. The word count, because right now, the prequel, and we'll talk about the prequel. We decided to do a prequel, but I thought it was logical to do a prequel for this. I thought this was a great way to keep people interested into it. Talking with the guys, I wanted to give away for free, so I said, we're going to just pay this out of my pocket, give away for free for probably at least the first 7 days, and then maybe go to pay what you like, and then eventually go to a pay model when we actually do the Kickstarter. So you have time to pick it up, there's time to build interest. I think that's important to get people excited about the Kickstarter, because the Kickstarter is going to happen. That's going to happen in February. But to get you excited from, Black Friday all the way to February, we do it. This adventure is really, that's what its focus is. We're going to show you the adventure. We're going to show you what the difference is in this adventure than what you expect from most stuff. We're going to try to get you really, really excited about watching it and going to it and saying, oh, wow, I got to see that. It's really, really kind of cool. And, we look at the page count. We kept the page count quite low. I think, what is it? The page, well, I know we're looking at 5,000 words. So it's like only 8 pages worth of stuff, and you include art and stuff like that. But I'm probably sure we're going to probably add some more stuff to it, so probably it's around 12 pages. That's my head. This is all in head. You can't put this in stone, but this is all in head. So I've got that stuff I'm working on. I've got all the description stuff of the main characters. Well, I still have to do. I can't talk about them yet. I talk about the bad guy group. I got to develop that. The Chronicler. I have a cool idea for that. The Chronicler is really the mouthpiece. I don't want to ruin. The Chronicle's important. See, I can't ruin it because it's part of the prequel. It drives you crazy. So, Chronicle, very important. I got to do work on the art for that. Major Marco de Pampa is actually a character. He's a good guy in the campaign. I'm going to be doing a lot. He's based off a friend of mine. I always liked his name. I thought his name was a good name. I thought it was a good name for doing cool stuff like that. So I decided to use Marco's name for this. I'm sure Marco's going to be like, what are you doing? I don't know enough about games. Or, calm down, Marco. It's not about that. I think it's just a good name to use, so take it easy. Then we got the outline for the prequel. We've got some notes for the Alpha Adventure. We've got the Omega Adventure, which we knew. I mean, I knew the Omega Adventure before I even started this, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be one of those lots of fun. People are going to like this. So, and then from there, what do we have? And there are the rewards we're doing, and my thing is I'm trying to find a way to make even more unique rewards. I think we've kind of covered the area pretty well from a purely donor standpoint. Like the $500 reward, which is the amazing level reward. You get the full color hardcover version of the book. You get the PDFs, of course, of that, all the side tracks. You get all the stretch goal rewards, whatever they are. You get to pitch your idea for future third-party content over Skype. So you can pitch to me, or you can pitch to any of the publishers. Number 8 Oh, that's right. You get to work on create one of the iconic characters for Crisis of the World Leader. You know, it's going to go into the Adventure Path Iconics, Crisis of the World Leaders. It's going to be a character that you think of and you create. And see, it's funny. I have a list of create one of the 8, and then I get limited to 10 people. I'm going to change it to 10. So apparently we're going to be doing 10 icons. I'm sorry, 10 iconics for this. See, things change. How quickly they change. And I think this is good. That's a good thing. And we've done at like the $400 level, which is the incredible level. We get to submit and pitch 3 feats, 3 spells, 3 magic items, or 3 monsters for going into to the actual Crisis of the World Leader book or future LPJ Design product release, which I might be changing that to LPJ Design or third party product, because you don't want to, you don't cut people off. You know, people have somebody next with a cool idea and they go, hey, I want to pitch this idea to so and so. Okay, here, you can pitch it, you can submit it to them, see what they say. If they like it, they're going to use it. That's a cool thing. And I mean, I've done faces and I've done stuff like that. I want to find something else that's cool that people want to get as a reward. I think getting a cool reward is awesome. You know, we did headshots. I think a lot of people like the headshots. That's been one of those. Headshots always seem to do well. Headshots are a cool thing. We're actually doing headshots in this one. Yeah, we're doing at the $200 level, the excellent level. It's only for 35 people. We're doing headshots. So if you ever want to use your headshot in the game, and you've seen what we did with the guys who did for New Exodus, their headshots are all over that thing. It's like, wow. So there's, it's something I want to do. I like that idea. I like putting people that way. I wish there was more ideas I could think of. You know, I've gone through a lot of them, and I'm very interested to hear what people might have. I mean, you can put them in the notes below, in the comments below, really, what you think would work. I'm more than happy to talk about them and hear what you have and see if we can do something cool. Because the cooler it is that you like it, the cooler it is that you'll want to donate to it. See, it ain't rocket science here. A lot of common sense. And then we have, just in case you were wondering, we're going to have creative contributions. So, and this one is so far, yeah, I'm going to say, we're going to do like creative contributions. So you can sponsor a person, place, or thing, which I always love that. Person, place, or thing on Crisis of the World Leader. So you can name it. You get to name it. So it's, I want to name it this. And of course, there's going to be some restrictions. Let's not be stupid. We don't want stupid names. We want cool ass names. So people say, oh, should I name that? You want it to be a cool ass name to be named. And that's at the $50 level. At the $100, you get an artistic influence. So you sponsor an artistic interpretation of a character, creature, action scene, adventure. So basically, you'll get a sneak peek of it, and you say like, oh, I want this image. I want this to be turned into image. So we'll tell the guy, hey, this is what he wants. We'll let you art descript it. You get listed as a patron of the arts section, and you'll receive a high quality digital print of it, PDF format, so you can keep for yourself. So it's one of those cool things, like stuff like that we want to just add. We just want to add to it. It's fun. It's fun. I want people to get more involved in the adventures we make. I mean, we've gone on our way to make some really cool stuff, and we've left gaps in it so people can add stuff to it. So it's very, very cool. It's very much what we're focused on. It's very cool. Everybody, good morning. Calm down. I don't want your husband coming to find me. He's going to shoot me. I'm not prepared for that. Bye. So craziness goes to my office, as you can see. So we have, and then we have like some publishers that still haven't responded back, which I've got to get on them with that. October 24th, Jamal Eigel has been nice enough to do another special transparency agenda. We did one with Sean K. Reynolds about 6 months ago. And I think a lot of people liked it. They liked seeing what was going on. They thought it was interesting. Like, oh, I'd never seen that before. So I want to do more add more people on. Jamal, I've known for, good Lord, a couple of years. It's one of those things of, you catch people in the circuit. He's a big comic book artist. If you don't know, Jamal's been a comic book artist for a very long time. Since I guess he figured out what he wanted to do at 14. And then went to SVA, School of Visual Arts in New York City, which he got a degree. He also interned at DC Comics. He's done tons of comics for Marvel, DC, a lot of independents. He actually has, yes,
I was on the phone when I was talking to you.
With your husband?
He's like, who's that?
See, there you go. See, get me in trouble with your husband.
That's my work hubby.
See, this is how people get shot. If your husband comes down with a shotgun, what am I gonna do?
It was funny.
See.
He's like, already? 2 days.
Don't take it personal. It's not personal. You know, you love him. You're going back to home with him. I'm just here, right, for now. Just for now. See, it's crazy at my job. In a good way. So, and yeah, I'm going to keep that all in. I don't feel like cutting that. I mean, it's way too cool not to keep it. Like, you guys are like that. Oh, yes, so talking about Jamal. So, yes, Jamal's been, working like he's now doing his own comic book, Molly Danger, which has done very well. He did a Kickstarter. I raised, I think it was, 35 or, I think he raised 50,000. He raised 50,000 on it, and he put it out. Jamal's a professional. He also works for Action Lab. I think he's their VP of marketing or their VP of advertising. I know he's their marketing guy. I know he's their guy. So, a lot of good stuff going on. A lot of good stuff going on here. We're just trying to be creative, trying to get stuff out, trying to get you just interested in stuff. I like this. I like this stuff. What can I say, man? I dig it. That's always been my thing. So I want everyone to get pumped about seeing Jamal, finding about, and this isn't just for artists, but it's going to be, if you're an artist and you want to know more about how it really works, Jamal can tell you. Jamal, we're going to talk about it. We're going to lay it on the table. We're not going to be like, cleaning up for anybody. That boy's from Brooklyn. So, he's going to give you some serious knowledge and, his connections alone. And if you're looking, maybe, hey, man, you meet him online, maybe toss him a bone saying, hey, I'm a good artist. You come see my work. You maybe find work. And this is how work gets done. It's not always about, I've got the best resume and I got it. And maybe you just meet somebody. You meet somebody online. You meet them there. You get to know them. They see you. That's the best way to do it. I mean, that's how I met Jamal. It's just one of those things that we kept meeting and seeing each other. Like, hey, and I talked to him and I pitched him. Oh, that's right. A lot of you don't know. I pitched him initially to try to see if I could get him to do Grand Theft Exodus, and the timing, of course, was wrong. I mean, he was in the middle of something, I was still coming out of something, so we never really got that part off the ground. But he's always been a great, got to talk to about art and just talking about the business. So if you're interested in those factors, the business of art, the business itself, and even comic books, which relates directly to RPGs, I think a lot of people find that interesting. So that's why I decided to have him on. I'm also trying to see if I can get another individual. See, I don't. Screw it. I don't. I'm just going to tell you what I'm trying to get. It's silly. I always go like, oh, do I want to tell them? Do I want to tell them? Is it too much? Screw it. Just tell them. I think they'll be more interested. I'm trying to get Jim Zub to sign. I know he's very, very busy. I met him actually at PaizoCon a couple of years ago, and we talked about the business and stuff like that. Really interesting guy. If you check out it, he's another independent guy who's worked himself up in the system and done very well. Now he's doing his Wayward book is getting a lot of interest. So I'm guessing that eventually he'll be doing TV soon. So if you want to see how the process is done, I think he'll give you another different side of it. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him by Christmas, but his schedule's kind of busy, so I'm trying to see what I can juggle, and maybe he'll say yes. So. It's tough. It's tough getting these guys. You guys work for a living. Another person, of course, I want to get is Matt Forbeck. I've known Matt, 17 years. Matt was nice enough to give me a lot of inspiration at the beginning when I was first doing Haven, City of Islands. And, I mean, I was a big fan of Deadlands. Still am. I think Deadlands is one of those things that should be on TV, should be a video game franchise. It's got everything you want. Hey, I like westerns, and it's westerns and horror, and it tied in so well, and ties in the history so well. I'm just like, one day that's going to be on TV, and that's going to be out there, and I can't wait to see that. I think that's one of those great series that really needs to be on TV. That's how I see that. What else do I have to do? We talked about that. We talked about that. Yeah, I guess we've talked about everything. It's been on for almost 20 minutes, so yeah, we talked about a lot. Whew. I never feel like it's 20 minutes. It goes by very quickly. It's like that. So there we are. I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to come out and watch. I'm glad that you all are watching and sending out to your friends. For the new subscribers, thank you for coming on. I do appreciate that. I know that you could be doing anything else, so I'm very thankful that you're here with us, and that's important to me. All right. I guess I'll talk to you all later.